I talk a lot about Kamala Harris. I do that often, but there's somebody in this race who we don't talk about hardly nearly enough. And I felt last night was an opportunity. She rose her head up. Her head popped up out of the dirt. And I said, you know what? I need to talk about her a little bit because people don't know about her. People were walking around oblivious to the shit show her record is. And that person, ladies and gentlemen, is Amy Klobuchar.
And get this job complete.
Thank you, Senator Harris. Senator Klobuchar, during your 8 years as a prosecutor in Minnesota, there were dozens of incidents where black men were killed by police. Critics say that too often you sided with police in these cases. The ACLU's legal director in Minnesota has said that you showed no interest in racial justice. Do you wish now that you had done more?
That's not my record. We are here at a historically black college. And I think of an alum of that college, Barbara Jordan, and something that she once said. She said, what the people want is simple. They want a country as good as its promise. And that same can be said of the criminal justice system. So when I was there, the way we handled these police shootings, I actually took a stand to make sure outside investigators handled them. I took on our major police chief in Minneapolis. But in the prosecutor's office, they were handled with the grand jury. That's how they were all handled across our state. I now believe it is better for accountability if the prosecutor handles them and makes those decisions herself. That aside, I am proud of the work our staff did, 400 people in our office. The cases that came to us, the African-American community that came to us, they said there was no justice for their little kids. There was a kid named Byron Phillips that was shot on his front porch. No one had bothered to figure out who did it. When I came into that office, we worked with the community groups, we put up billboards, we found the shooter, and we put him in jail. We did the same for the killer of a little girl named Taisha Edwards, who was doing her homework at her kitchen table and was.
Yeah, I can't listen to that anymore, man. I can't. Yeah, you know, when they start going into some obscure story you hadn't heard of, or maybe somebody did hear of it, you know, it's a horrible thing, you know they're just full of it, right? Yeah, that's why they got to switch the subject. They got to kind of, you know, get your ear tired is what they want to do. They want to get your ear. They want to fatigue your ear because they have nothing else. There's nothing to say. So they're just going to run out the clock, filibustering, saying anything, like spewing like one of those lawn sprinklers things. Just spewing stuff, hoping that something will somehow get you on their side, Johnson. Amy Klobuchar, who I'd like to call Lock 'em Up Amy. Amy, lock 'em up Klobuchar. Amy, throw away the key Klobuchar. Amy Klobuchar was just as bad as Kamala Harris. Yeah, just as bad. All right? Unapologetically bad. She hardly ever talks about a prosecutorial record. Amy Klobuchar was a tough on crime, law and order prosecutor to the highest extent. Just like Kamala Harris in the early 2000s, from the 1990s to the 2000s, she left prosecuting, 2007-ish? She was all about locking you up for small crimes. She was a zero tolerance, lock them up from small crimes, give them as much time as humanly possible law enforcement official. That's what she was. They did not mischaracterize her record. That's what her record was. That's why she wanted to talk to you about a one-off incident where she got some guys who accidentally shot a kid, and she didn't wait till left no stone unturned to make sure that Negro got as much time as humanly possible. Because that's what she ran on. That's who she was. The Star Tribune, a newspaper in Minnesota throughout the 90s and 2000s, highlighted her tough on crime platform. Her police have endorsed me law and order campaign in their prosecution of small crimes. Klobuchar, in a brief essay, that she intends to put repeat and violent offenders behind bars, hold judges accountable for sentences that aren't long enough, demonstrating her goal to pursue the harshest penalties for crimes possible under the law. She was not cutting edge. She was not progressive. She was not a vanguard leading the way, trying to reform our broken criminal justice system. She was part of the broken criminal justice system. Her and Kamala both were part of the reason why our system sucks butt cheeks. And they were both proud of it. We got Kamala on one hand in the video laughing her ass off about locking up parents, You know what Klobuchar did? The same thing. Yeah, the same thing. She also pushed for more prosecutions related to school truancy. When you look at Klobuchar, you're seeing Kamala Harris, just in a shorter, whiter package. But it's the same person. It's the same background. So let's not leave her ass out of the conversation. You see how indignant she got when she was even questioned about her background? That's because she's unapologetic. Yeah, I locked those niggas up, Johnson, and I'd do it again if I have to. If you put me back in power, I'll do it again. She was locking people up for hard time for graffiti. Graffiti. Actual paint out of a spray can. Well, I can't allow them to desecrate this great city of white folks in here in Minnesota. Gotta lock them up, Johnson. Get out of here. Get out of here. Why don't you have a groundbreaking initiative that you held in Minnesota where you were helping to rehabilitate or you were getting people off drugs? Because you don't have one. Neither her or Kamala had these groundbreaking things, these groundbreaking legislation that they led. Where's the rallies that you led? Where's the stand-up moments? Why aren't you able to talk about all the great things you did? Come on, guys, because there is none. All they can do is be combative and defensive and then say, well, it's because I'm a woman or because I'm Jewish or because I'm black or because my mama is Jamaican or Indian or something. No, it's you. It's you. Similar to, look, I'm about to open up phone lines, guys, but just know this, right? We come down hard on these candidates because a lot of them are full of it, right? But we're always looking for champions. They try to make us out like we're purist. Look, dude, if your whole job was to lock people up and throw away the key, when you weren't against kids getting solitary confinement, how could you be in criminal justice and be in a position of any authority and not be against kids being put in cells in solitary confinement? Where's your championing that issue? So they want to make it seem like we're purists, like we're never happy, and we want to see gangs flourish, and we want to see people get shot in the street. That's bullshit. We want people that are consistent. We want leaders, not people who followed the pack, who did what was ever cool. And look, guys, we're not talking about 20 years ago. We're talking about shit that was done in the 2000s. Both her and Kamala Harris held these positions up into 2007, 2008, okay? Kamala Harris up to 2011, okay? So let's stop acting like we're talking about a long time ago. All right. Hell. You know, The Office was still filming. Seinfeld was over. Come on, man. We're talking about the late 2000s. 2009, 10s. Yeah, come on, man. Not that long ago. Some of you still were, some of you were of age in the 2000s. Come on, guys. Occupy movement was gearing up. We're not talking about the 1970s, the 1980s, the early 90s. Nah. Move it up, move it on. He make a bunch of excuses. I'm not making any excuses for him. None of them. And what is Amy Klobuchar doing in the race anyway? Who are these Amy Klobuchar supporters? How the hell is she polling enough to be in a debate? How? What has she possibly done? Don't tell me it's not fixed, guys. The books are fixed, Johnson. Come on, Johnson. There's no, who the hell? I have never seen a Klobuchar sticker. I don't even know what one looks like. I've never seen a Klobuchar hat or a sticker. I don't even know her campaign slogan. Does anybody know her campaign slogan? No one. How the hell is she polling higher than? Come on, man. Come on, guys. Come on, man.